This is Jake Cromwell, back Blind Faith. This week I'd like to talk about some of our Christian values, and I think that there's a lot of evil in the world right now and stuff. I think the devil's trying to take control and trying to push Christians down and stuff, and we need to stand firm. And one of these things that the devil is really trying to push up is abortion. Looking at the numbers, there's been so many babies killed by abortion every year, and this number continues to grow. And quite honestly, I don't think of these as just numbers, because they aren't. I think of each one of these as an individual life. Each one of these as a possible mother or father, a possible inventor, possible discoverer of a cure for like cancer or something like that, a possible saint. There's so many things that these children could be doing, and actually all over the world, not even just America. It's more and more places are allowing abortions. They're allowing children to be murdered, and all this is, I feel like it's definitely against the Bible and stuff. When God blesses you with a child, it's a blessing, and I feel like sometimes we're treating it more as a curse. We are acting like it's like a disease or something that we can just get rid of, but it's the greatest gift that God gives. Sometimes it might be unexpected, and that's why some people feel like they should get the abortion or whatever. But we always have to remember that sometimes God doesn't give you what you ask for. Sometimes God decides to throw you a curveball and stuff. Sometimes God decides to surprise you, and this is okay as well. That God has a purpose and a plan. He knows what's going to happen. He knows what the best way is to get done, and that's what I always like to trust God and trust that He'll help make everything right. And then, so we need to keep praying and stuff, and keep asking God for help. Other issues I'm noticing that is kind of not so good is just the current divide in America, especially. God says love your neighbor, but we are not loving our neighbors. We're complaining, we're not happy. And I understand that you might be happy about the election or might not be happy. There's no results back yet. As of right now, when I'm making this video, I won't say where I stand on it, but the honest truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, we all have to put it aside and love our neighbors, love one another, because that's the right Christian thing to do. The right Christian thing to do is to try to help each other through the hard times, good times, because personally, I don't think that even if one candidate was completely bad and completely against God, I don't think Jesus would want us to not forgive people, not I don't think Jesus would want us to hold on to this forever. I think Jesus wants us to come together and realize that in unity under his name we're the most powerful. We are the most successful at fighting the devil when we are together under Jesus' name. This is why church is so important, because you can meet under Jesus' name. Right now where I live, there's been a lot of deaths from COVID and stuff, and it's hard to come together and stuff. But we still need to either do virtual mass or pray on Sundays. We still need to have that feeling of unity with Christ's church, because Jesus will lead us out of the darkness and into the light. That's kind of the thing always to keep in mind. If you look at the example of Jesus healing the blind man, he brought that man out of darkness into the light, and he will do that to all of us one day. I personally believe there's almost two different kinds of seeing, because the Bible, because we always talk about seeing as being able to see, which in that case I'm blind. And then God says in the Bible, I believe he says something that the effect that he'll help those that think that they can't see, and those who think that they can't see, they won't see. And that's why I'm waiting for the day, because I know that God and Jesus will help me see, literally and figuratively. Jesus will, and God will heal my eyes, but also there's that other kind of seeing that I think the seeing of the understanding of why, the understanding that God is glorious, and the understanding of Jesus' sacrifice. And that's why I think it's important to keep that in mind as we go forward, that we don't always understand the reason, but God does have a plan. God has a plan for each one of us, and God has a plan for the world. We have to keep that in mind, that God truly has a plan for the world. It's not our job to try to guess it. It's our job to fight against the devil as hard as we can, but when he wins, we can't get knocked back. We need to get back upright again. We need to go forward again, and we need to try again, because that's what Jesus does. Jesus never gives up on us, and we can't give up on Jesus. So keep going forward. Keep helping your neighbors. Keep praying. Keep loving your neighbors. Keep sharing Jesus' name, and keep trying to bring glory to other people, like sharing Jesus' glory with other people. And most of all, trust in God's plan. This is Jake Crew, Blind Faith. Thanks for watching. See y'all next week.